Welcome. Today I'm going to give you a bit of an update about what I've been doing and how some projects are progressing. The first thing to say is that the tweaks that I've mentioned previously for kin spirits have been done, which is great. And I pick up the drives tomorrow, which is Monday, the same day this is being released. And then I will upload one version of the film to Film Freeway, which is where you submit your film, where you upload your film, and from there you can submit it to film festivals. Another version of the film I'll upload to Film Hub, which is a distribution platform, and from there hopefully it'll be picked up by streaming platforms like Amazon and all the rest. And then I'll start submitting to festivals again. I've stopped because I knew there was a problem that needed fixing. It's still been submitted to some festivals. I mean, the festivals I submitted to previously, I don't know if they pick up which version they'll pick up, but I'll certainly be putting the correct version up there in the next day or two. And once that's done, and once hopefully we get accepted onto Film Hub, then I'll think about a way of sort of doing a little, well, I have been thinking about a little bit of marketing around the film, especially I think if it gets picked up by some streaming platforms, then I can really sort of drive people towards something. Okay, that's kin spirits. I've been talking with two different people, two different writers. One I have a Zoom call with in a few hours, and we're working on a series, I guess it'd be a web series, of about two middle-aged guys trying to navigate, I don't know, I don't want to say too much because we're still in the writing stage, but two middle-aged guys trying to unsuccessfully navigate some aspects of modern life. I know it's fake, I'm sorry, but I'm talking with a lady later and I'm sort of going to hand it over to her in a way, even though we'll work together. I want her to be the leader, so it may take some, well, I'm sure it will take some twists and turns. And yeah, hopefully not too much longer. We'll have that, well, it'll take some months, but have that ready. I'm hoping, I've been in email discussion with another lady about a feature film, and she's just trying to see if the idea grabs her enough, and I think it does. She's indicated that, but you know, we'll see. You never know which direction life's going to take you, so we'll see how that lands. I'm hopeful though, and that's two things I've mentioned before. My strengths are around the idea or the big picture, and I really need help when it comes to getting into the nitty-gritty of a script, I guess. Not from a sort of story perspective, more from a writing perspective. So I need a better trained, right? Well, I'm not trained, so any training's good, compare with me, but someone who has that discipline and the skills. So those things are looking positive, which is great. And yeah, that's kind of my approach to these things. I have a couple of other projects, writing projects, which I've been avoiding, to be quite honest with you, because I don't know what to do with it. It's the same thing I just mentioned. I have the big idea, and one of them is 70% written, There's just some bits that I'm not sure about, and I always need help with things like the tone and the flow and things like that, which, because I get ideas, I tend to just get them and sort of stick them in, which is okay, but I need another kind of brain, I guess, to help me establish that flow, that tone, that makes it all hang together as a script. I hope that makes sense. I'm not just rambling, am I? I hope not. So I've got a few projects like that, which I've got to go look at again and, bite the bullet and see if I can, find my way through. And my overall plan is, because everything you do costs money, a little bit of money, maybe a lot of money. So I've got short things and feature films. So I'm going to just focus on what I can, which is at the moment with no money, is getting as many of these projects to a state where they're ready to go. Or, it wouldn't take much to get them ready. And I've got everything from 2-page scripts to feature films. So there's a bit to work on, and I have been thinking about how to get some of these shorter ones made. I'm trying to be less idealistic, because every time I think of it, I think, well, why don't we put this one and this one and this one and that one all together as a bundle and see if someone will give us some money or do some crowdfunding or something. But I think I need to break them down and just do what I can when I can. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to have to do. Let me check my notes. As always, I can't find my glasses, which doesn't help. I've made a few notes, and oh, they're on my knee. Here we go. Updates. Film and fellow writers. What's next? Getting right up. Yeah. That's what I've been doing. That's what I'm going to do. As soon as a few pennies come my way, I will start making something. And I don't want to go down that crowdfunding path until I'm really sure about things. And I want to think about, if I'm going to do that, I want to think about different ways to reward people who support us. Because all crowdfunding for film have the same things, a copy of the film, the poster, be a producer, be in the film. And that's all great. And there's nothing wrong with that, but I don't know. I want to try and think of something different. Maybe there'll be nothing appropriate for filmmaking people or people who want to support filmmaking other than those normal things. But I just want to try and take it in a different direction somehow. I don't know. I'm just, espousing things straight out of my brain without really filtering them, which is fine, but I want to just try and do things a little bit differently, is what I'm saying. I'm going to end it here before I just rattle on about nothing forever. Thanks for watching. It'd be great if you could like, subscribe, hit the notifications bell, and leave a comment or ask a question. I'd love to hear what you think. I hope to see you in the next one.